Throughout the history of sports in the United States, professional women's team sports leagues have been overlooked by the general population based on the data of viewership, player salaries, and equity of women's sports teams. Teams in leagues like the WNBA or the NWSL either share space with a men's professional sports team or are given the old stadium of a men's pro sports team as a hand-me-down. In other words, women's sports teams have been given the short end of the stick when it came to being issued a venue site. However, the growing sports market of Kansas City will break into a new era with the first purpose-built women's sporting venue in the United States for professional women's soccer. I want to thank everyone for helping Stadium Safari reach over 30 subscribers, and to show my gratitude is the debut of a new series coming to the channel. I am proud to announce the debut installment of Stadium Safari Venues of Tomorrow, as we explore the future of Kansas City Current Stadium. Kansas City Current Stadium is planned to break ground along the Missouri River at Berkeley Riverfront Park in Kansas City, Missouri. The stadium is expected to begin construction in summer 2022 and be completed in 2024 and will hold a capacity of 11,000. The tenant of the venue will be the Kansas City Current of the National Women's Soccer League. The cost for the stadium construction is planned to be $70 million. Following the defunction of Kansas City's former NWSL club, FC Kansas City, in 2017, professional women's soccer made its return to the City of Fountains with a new and improved NWSL expansion club, Kansas City NWSL, in late 2020. The efforts were done by team owners Angie and Chris Long, along with Brittany Matthews, fiancée of Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes. With the expansion of the franchise, the club took baby steps in breaking into the NWSL. The club's inaugural season was in 2021, where they played their home matches at a baseball field, Legends Field, sharing the venue with an independent professional baseball team, Kansas City Monarchs, formerly known as the T-Bones, to eliminate the confusion of the Kansas City Monarchs Negro League baseball team of the last century. Coincidentally, Legends Field was also the temporary home venue of the Kansas City Wizards when Major League Soccer was first founded. The team is currently known today as Sporting KC of the MLS. The club would go into the NWSL in 2021 without a proper team name. When the club concluded their inaugural season, finishing in last place in the league, the team name and crest would be revealed to their fans. The club will be known as the Kansas City Current. It was announced on October 26, 2021 that the club released the renderings for the stadium, which will be the first NWSL purpose-built stadium in the country. The stadium is planned to be privately financed by the ownership group mentioned earlier. In addition, the club also plans to build a $15 million training facility in the Kansas City suburb of Riverside. President and CEO of Port KC, John Steffens, says in his words, "The goals for reclaiming our long-neglected riverfront have been bold but clear. Develop a connected, accessible, vibrant, and diverse neighborhood, anchoring a dynamic facility such as this on the downtown riverfront and connecting it to the heart of our city with the KC streetcar, trails, and green space not only solidifies our commitment, but also proves that there is no better place for our community and the world to gather." Steffens isn't wrong in his statement. Yes, a new stadium can bring revitalization to a city and the neighborhood that it is based in. But the one outlier that needs to be taken into consideration has been haunting women's professional sports for decades. Before I go any further, if you are still enjoying the video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be on the lookout for future videos. A problem that is a common occurrence in women's professional sports has been ticket sales. If you look at the WNBA, teams have been able to maintain an average attendance between 3,000 and 8,000, but have not seen much increase in year-over-year growth. Keep in mind that these numbers also factor in the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. As for the NWSL, some of the teams have not rebounded from the pandemic with ticket sales fully yet. Despite what the numbers may say, the Kansas City Current entered into the NWSL at a crucial time in history. In recent years, there has been a strong presence of women working in sports, some of them reaching executive level positions within their respective organizations. The activism for gender equality in society has helped garner the growth of female representation in all areas, especially in the sports industry. The Kansas City Current ownership group is striking while the iron is hot with their plan to pioneer the growth of women's professional sports in the United States. As the economy continues to rebound from the effects of the pandemic, the stadium is projected to receive much equity from its hopeful attendees. However, it's not only up to the Kansas City Sports Consortium to help market the new club and stadium for the future. It is also up to the league itself. Soccer is continuing to become one of the fastest growing sports in the United States, as according to a 2018 Gallup report, 7% of Americans considered themselves to be soccer fans, while 11% of 18 to 34-year-olds, also categorized as millennials and Gen Zers, considered soccer to be their favorite sport to watch. Not on the scale of that who said football, basketball, or baseball was their favorite sport, but still an extraordinary number overall. Another factor that can be factored in is the success of the United States women's national soccer team, who has won a record 4 Women's World Cups and has surpassed the viewership numbers of the men's national team on certain occasions. The growth of MLS has also garnered the growth of soccer in the US, as TV viewership for the league has grown by 27% since 2012, according to a Nielsen report. The league has also expanded from 10 to 27 teams since its foundation in 1996 in major markets such as Los Angeles, New York, and Chicago, and plans to have 29 teams by 2023. You're probably wondering, how does this benefit the NWSL or even the new Kansas City Stadium? Kansas City has been given the nickname of Soccer City USA by particular sources. The Kansas City Current plan to play their home games for the 2022 season at Children's Mercy Park, the home stadium for Kansas City's MLS club, Sporting Kansas City. Children's Mercy Park capacity is 18,467. Kansas City Current will have to market themselves well to not only bring in their fans, but to also have Sporting KC fans transfer over as well. Sporting KC's average yearly attendance has surpassed the capacity of their home ground since they rebranded. A dual market agreement by the two clubs can help lead to gaining more season ticket deposits leading up to the opening of the Waterfront Stadium. MLS teams have shared their home ground with their city's NWSL club, but have not transferred over any shared marketing, which has not helped improve NWSL attendance. For the soccer fans of Kansas City, a shared marketing agreement is needed to bring excitement to the newly founded NWSL team. If you are still tuned in to the video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be on the lookout for future videos. Kansas City pioneering the way for the first NWSL purpose-built stadium can benefit women's professional sports if done correctly. If you were the owners of the Kansas City Current, you would need to see the parallel vision of the dynamics of society at women and professional team sporting leagues. Society is starting to bring more attention to gender equality in all areas, with women in sports being at the forefront. By 2024, a new generation of workers will enter the sports industry, with a majority being women. The sports industry will begin to add jobs as leagues across the country continue to break into new markets, build new stadiums with more amenities, and see an increase in equity with sports franchises, particularly women's sports franchises. Kansas City is doing the sports industry a favor in trailblazing the projectability of professional women's sports leagues. The big return on investment for the new stadium is the impact that it can generate for other sports cities in the United States to build sporting venues for women's professional sports teams. This can add more jobs, increase fan engagement, and ticket sales. Overall, a new era of women's sports leagues in the US begins in 2024, right in the heart of America. This concludes today's installment of Stadium Safari, Venues of Tomorrow. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, and hit the notification bell to be on the lookout for future videos. And let me know what stadiums you want to see next. Thank you for watching. And remember, teams tell the stories, the stadiums illustrate them.